Good morning. This is Sri Primo with a quick recap of the FIFA matches from yesterday. And it was the showcase time for Jude Bellingham and Harry Kane, who sparked a very clinical win in Dallas. And then later in the night in Mexico, Colombia powered past Uzbekistan as well. So let's quickly get down to each and every match. So England-Croatia match was probably the pick of the match in Texas, and it was a highly entertaining. The first half um, gave us 4 goals. It was superior. The three lines were in perfect unison, and England actually got a huge penalty of Modric and Harry Kane. Initial attempt was saved, but I think a VR retake was ordered for keeper encroachment, and of course Harry Kane buried the second chance in the 12th minute. It was going back and forth in the first half. Croatia hit back in the 36th minute, and then Kane probably got one of the best headers of the tournament so far. Declan Rice corner matching Gary Lineker, the good old Gary Lineker, 10 World Cup goals. But you had a second goal by Pitar Musa for Croatia to tie it at 2-2 at the halftime. And then it was right after that, the three lines took control of the game, of the match, the possession, and Jude Bellingham right now took right away from the halftime. The England was much more charged up. They drove inward from the right wing to smash home low the 47th minute, and Marcus Rashford then put the game away in the 85th minute, just to give the three lines a comfortable 4-2 win. So a huge win for England. England goes on the top of the pool right now of the group. On Group K, in the last 2 days, right, we had Harry Kane, Mbappe, Messi, and Holland all showing up very strongly for each of their countries. But yesterday was the debut of Cristiano Ronaldo. He made another history to also 6 separate World Cup tournaments, but it was completely dampened. I mean, I don't think he was in rhythm. I think it was all kind of, while Portugal did score, Congo came back and got their well-deserved equalizer deep in the first half injury time. And after that, Portugal dominated the possession, but they couldn't really have a clear breakthrough. And this is where, nothing against Ronaldo, but I do think that, for a player of his caliber, he should have probably had a much more touches. I think, or maybe he's a shell of himself. I don't know. I don't know what's happening there, because he has only not scored many goals. The only goal he scored that I can remember was the previous World Cup in Qatar, where he had a penalty kick. But other than that, he's been kind of I would say a liability. Again, I can be convinced otherwise, but for now, that's where it is. In the nightcap, you had Colombia playing at Uzbekistan. It was a good, very close game, very physical win. Um, and Crystal Palace defender Daniel Munoz opened the floodgates in the 40th minute, and Uzbekistan fought back in the 60th minute. And the star power again, Luis Diaz from Liverpool, restored the Colombian advantage 5 minutes later. And then Campas just added exclamation point in stoppage time. And that sealed a 3-1 win. Earlier in the night at 7 o'clock yesterday at the Toronto Stadium, you had Ghana and Panama. Very scrappy game, a lot of defenses, highly tactical, opportunities were rare. Panama looked very good early, but I think Ghana dictated the physical terms after the break. But then Brandon Thomas Asante led a blistering counterattack down the left flank in the 95th minute. And I almost think that when I was watching that game, it seemed like towards the end of that, Panama was settling for the draw. And one of the defenders, I don't think he really got back in actually defending the goal. And I think you could still see him kind of waltzing around. And Panama, I think blinked for a minute, and then Ghana was able to score. And there you go. So right now you got Colombia and Congo. Colombia is at 3, Congo and Portugal 1 each, and then Uzbekistan. Similarly, Ghana and England, both of them are 1 and 2. So what do we have today? Today we have the second round of Group A and Group B fixtures return to the pitch. You got Czech and South Africa, then you got Switzerland, Bosnia, then you got Canada, Qatar, at 6 p.m. Eastern, and then you had Mexico and South Korea. That is the game I'm really eagerly looking for. It's going to be a fun game in Guadalajara at 9 p.m. I mean, this is the battle for the first. I think the winner of that will get into the second round of 32. So with that, we wrap it up. Thanks again for listening. Have a good rest of the day. The World Cup is definitely after one round. Let me give you my initial assessment. Teams like Argentina, England, France have really shown themselves to be really good. Of course, United States. They all have very resounding wins. But teams like teams that are the top teams that are still searching for answers would be Spain, Brazil. Of course, you can lump in Portugal in as well, but that's where we are. And then there's other teams that are still fighting for other things, like all the other teams trying to get a point. So that's where we are with the round two of it. Thanks again for listening. We're looking forward to round two matches, and talk to you guys later. Bye.